To be unboxing and taking a look at the Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop. Let's check it out.
Hey, what's up everybody, Andrew here. Today we're taking a look at the new Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop. This one features a GTX 1050 and it comes at a very affordable price. Let's see if it's worth picking up. Let's go and break down this. Bottom panel is plastic and Acer makes it easy to upgrade your RAM, however not so much with a wireless card or M.2 SSD. And it looks like there is a hard drive bay on the left, but it's pretty much useless because there's not any SATA cables located in there. So if you want to access the other internal components, you'll have to remove all these screws here, which makes it a pain, kind of like the older HP Pavilion laptops. There's some display flex, especially towards the center, but it's pretty much on par with most budget game laptops in this range. And there's hardly any keyboard flex. Overall, the deck feels solid. Let's take a look at the ports here. On the left side, you got your security lock slot, RJ45 Ethernet, USB Type-C, full-size HDMI, USB 3, and an SD card reader. On the right, you got your headset microphone jack combo, 2 USB 2s, and your charging port. The top section is made out of plastic, but has like this wannabe looking brushed aluminum finish that adds a really nice touch. And in terms of gaming aesthetic, it looks pretty minimal with just a red stripe on the top. The interior of this laptop actually looks pretty good for a budget gaming laptop in this price range. You got your Nitro logo towards the top, and towards the back you have your heat vents catered to one side. We'll see how it performs later in the gaming test. The 15.6 inch Full HD IPS panel is made by LG Philips, and it has poor color accuracy, and that's kind of expected at this price point. However, the viewing angles and brightness levels were above average, coming in at around 261 nits. This laptop features a GTX 1050 with 4GB of GDDR5, and on average I'm getting around 65 to 75 frames per second, on high settings with Battlefield 4 running at 1920 by 1080p. Next up is Overwatch running at 1080p on high settings, and I'm getting an average around 55 to 70 frames per second, just depends how much action you have going on. Overall, the NVIDIA GTX 1050 with 4GB of GDDR5 can offer some pretty good performance for an entry-level Pascal-based GPU. The exterior temperatures on this laptop were pretty efficient. In the center I got around 45 degrees Celsius, and towards the top it rose up to around 48 degrees Celsius. The GPU temps were pretty good, coming in at an average of 64.7 degrees Celsius, and with a high of 69 degrees Celsius. During idle, the fans usually hover around 33 decibels, and when you're gaming it can reach to around 43 to even as high as 46 decibels. The plastic trackpad is spacious, and best of all it uses Windows Precision drivers, 2-finger scrolling, tracking, and multi-touch with smooth sailing. This keyboard has a pretty good layout and is pretty well spaced out. You also get these red WASD keys, which look pretty cool in my opinion. The key travel is adequate, and you also get a red backlit keyboard, but there's only one option, either on or off, no multiple brightness options. However, at this price point I was pretty impressed overall with the keyboard from the Acer Nitro 5. This is how the webcam looks on the Acer Nitro 5. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There are two bottom facing speakers towards the front, and they're powered by Dolby Audio. I was pretty surprised with the overall sound quality. Overall, Acer really hooked it up on this one. The 48 watt-hour battery pack is small for a 15-inch gaming laptop, but I was pretty surprised what Acer was able to squeeze out of this small battery pack. On average I was getting around 4 to 5.5 hours with medium screen brightness, and if you plan on gaming on a battery pack I was getting around an hour and 25 minutes. Alright, so here's a quick recap of the Acer Nitro 5. I was pretty impressed overall with the performance from this laptop. The build quality is good for an $800 gaming laptop. The 15-inch IPS matte panel is adequate, with good viewing angles and brightness levels. The only knock was the low color gamut. The performance from the GTX 1050 is solid for an entry-level GPU, and the quad-core i5-7300HQ has some good horsepower to back it up. The trackpad is pretty smooth and responsive thanks to the Windows Precision drivers. Expandability does kinda suck though, you really only have access to the 2 RAM slots. Everything else like the M.2 SSD and wireless card is all underneath the main plastic cover. However, if you can catch this laptop on sale for $680, that's a steal in my opinion. At the time of this video, Micro Center currently has it on sale right now. It's a no-brainer at that price point. Alright guys, this completes my full review on the Acer Nitro 5. Hope you guys enjoyed it, but I'm pretty curious on you guys' opinion on this budget gaming laptop. I know many of you guys are looking for a laptop around this range with a GTX 1050 or even a Ti version. I really want to know if you guys plan on getting this laptop